of today's audience question is Kelly. Kelly, can you come up here, please? Let's clap for her. And Kelly, I'm going to read for our audience the question and then your answer. The question was, why should people have goals, dreams, and aspirations? And Kelly had the most thoughtful response. Can you read your response, please?
I said because people without goals and dreams would have nothing to strive for in life, and life would be a lot more miserable.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. And today we are talking about planning for school and life success, and I am privileged to have a current first-year teacher in our audience with us. So I'm going to go over to Charlene, and I'm going to get some feedback on her in terms of this topic. Hi, Charlene. How are you? What do you have to say? Let's go over here. What do you have to say about planning for school and life success?
Well, I think you have to have a vision and a focus for yourself and be headstrong, because in life a lot of times people will try to deter you. I can just speak for myself. I'm a mother of a single parent of a 14-year-old son today. And, you know, during my second year of college, I became pregnant with my son. So, as to be expected, a lot of people or naysayers will say what you can't do, what you can do. But I put God first. And with my family, I said, I'm going to beat the odds. I'm not going to be a statistic, get myself together, put God first, and get my degree. And I did at the University of Virginia. So
let's clap. That's awesome. And in terms of in the classroom as a teacher, what would you say that students need to do? I mean, right now it's the summer, kids are off from school. What would you teach English?
Yes, sixth grade language arts.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you say to your student? Let's move over here a little bit. What would you say to your students in terms of preparing during the summer? What can they do during the summer to help them for next school year?
Well, I think there's something called, in which children tend to regress during the summer, in that a lot of things that they've learned during the school year, and because they're not getting stimulated at home, they tend to lose a lot of the knowledge gained during the course of the school year. So I encourage parents and children to go to different teaching aid stores. I know in Raleigh we have something called Teach Me, in which they can get different books, any grade level, math, English, and they can work with their child during the summer so that their children do not regress and lose the knowledge gained during the course of the school year.
Well, thank you very much for your comment, Sean. Let's clap. She did a great job. And I am also privileged to have with me a retired school teacher who taught kindergarten in our audience. You guys probably didn't even know that we had such an established guest here. Can you come over and talk to me for a second? How are you?
I'm fine.
Now, tell us what you taught and tell me about your experience as a kindergarten teacher and how it relates to this topic.
I think it totally relates to the topic. I taught not just kindergarten. I'm a reading specialist, but I wanted to teach kindergarten because I enjoyed watching the getting ready to read. And the whole topic interested me because I think from day one in kindergarten, all kindergarten children want to learn. And they're all excited about being where they are. And the job of the teacher is to look for the talents of each child. And any kindergarten teacher could spend a day with a child and tell you that child's talents by the end of the day, and mostly by watching them play. So I think just observing and seeing how they play, what they have to give, and how you can reach for that, and hopefully encourage them so that they will carry that through life.
I think that's an important lesson, not just for teachers, but also for parents. I mean, I have two small children, and I am looking constantly for their gifts and talents so that I can help to support that and help to train them in those respective areas. In terms of being a kindergarten teacher, when they come into kindergarten and they're not necessarily where they're supposed to be because they didn't go to preschool, what would you say about that aspect and how that affects their future success in school? What would you say about that?
It is hard. It's very hard for children who come to school who haven't maybe had anyone read to them. Just to have an appreciation for what a book can give. And so, but for those children, you see the most growth because they are fresh and they're so eager. That eagerness is there whether they've had the background or not.
Well, thank you so much for sharing with us, and clap for her. She did a great job. And I also wanted to give the opportunity to someone else in our audience to come up and maybe share something that they wrote or give a comment to us. Anybody else want to jump in on this? Anybody want to come up and talk about their particular goal at this time or something that they're doing or aiming for, striving for in their life? Now, I do know we have a college student in the audience. Do you want to come up and talk to me for a second? Yeah, come on up. Don't be shy. Now, tell us, the viewers in the audience, where are you at school and what are you pursuing?
I'm going to school. I go to school at Central Carolina Community College in Sanford, and I'm going for broadcasting.
Wow, that's awesome. So what do you want to do? Do you want to be in front of the camera or do you want to, what's your objective there?
I want to be behind the scenes. I like editing stuff and also being kind of doing the radio.
Well, I wish you much success with that. Thank you for coming today, and let's give her a hand. I think that's awesome. Now, there is one other person in the audience that I wanted to bring up. Do we have a parent? I want the parent voice to be represented. Anybody in here a parent? Or okay, can you come up and talk to me for a second? She didn't know. All right. Now, as a parent, what would you say to the parents out there in terms of helping their children to succeed in life? What do you think is one tip you could give them to help their kids to be successful?
I feel like one thing that you can give them to be successful is to believe in themselves, to let them know that if nobody else does, they have to be determined to be successful and to do everything that they can to stand behind them, to rally them, that they can be successful.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And it is now time to throw it over to a Beyond Gifted performance break. We'll be right back.